One of Ray Kroc's strengths was his ability to adapt. He introduced innovations like the drive-through and breakfast menu when the market demanded it. In this episode, we will explore how flexibility and adaptability can keep your business relevant in an ever-changing environment. And remember, this also applies to your life and career as well. Here's a quote from Ray Kroc. "I didn't invent the hamburger, I just took it more seriously than anyone else." If that resonates with you, think about how you can apply it to your life today. Welcome back, my brilliant listeners, to another episode of the Brilliant Professor-ish podcast, where we talk about life unscripted on so many different levels. I'm your host, Dr. B, your brilliant solutionist and the college professor turned life professor-ish. Remember, if you like this vibe, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit that notification bell, be sure to share, and leave your comments and thoughts below. We love hearing from our amazing community of viewers and listeners, so let's ignite a conversation and inspire each other to join the movement of helping brilliant people bankrupt 1 billion burial plots by moving from resume to reinvention to remarkable, so they can live a life poured out above ground before all their brilliance goes underground. Be sure to check out the corresponding blog post for the show notes and highlights, and that information will be in the description box below. Today, we're kicking off an extraordinary series that ties into our opulent thinking for opulent opportunities theme that will empower and inspire you to unlock your true desires and reach new heights of success, fulfillment, and purpose. So let's get into it and talk about Ray Kroc's thought process and personal mastery as it relates to flexibility and adaptability. So what does it mean to be flexible and adaptable? One definition of flexibility means the ability of a company or its employees to adapt quickly to changing circumstances, new information, or unexpected events, often by adjusting work schedules, locations, or methods to maintain productivity and achieving goals, even when faced with challenges or market shifts. Essentially, it's about being adaptable and responsive to new situations. In business, adaptability refers to a company's ability to adjust and respond effectively to changing market conditions, industry trends, or other external factors by modifying operations, strategies, and processes to remain competitive and successful in a dynamic environment. Essentially, it's the capacity to evolve and thrive in the face of change. Now, while that does sound complicated, you do this every day in some way, believe it or not, whether that's in life, career, or business. All right, so now back to Ray. Ray Kroc showed remarkable adaptability, pivoting from selling milkshake machines to running McDonald's. Even within the McDonald's model, he was quick to adapt to changing market conditions and consumer preferences. For example, he introduced innovations like the drive-through and breakfast menu. He got those ideas from other industries and made them work in his model. His ability to evolve the business, even when it meant breaking with tradition, demonstrated his capacity for personal growth and learning. He never let himself get too attached to one idea or method if something better came along. So a question for you. How many of you are so attached to something you created that you're too stubborn to change it or scratch it and start over? You can't be the CEO of your life or business if you don't adopt a flexible and adaptable thought process or learn how to operate this way in your personal leadership. Now let's take a deeper dive into Ray Kroc's approach to flexibility and adaptability. In the fast-paced business world, flexibility and adaptability are vital. Ray Kroc's ability to pivot when faced with challenges led to McDonald's enduring success. When I was a college professor, I realized that being in the education department wasn't the move or the vibe, so I started positioning myself to move into the mathematics department. I also tried to revive the secondary education program and create international experiences for our students to essentially see STEM in action, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. I was able to do a few of those things before I got fired, and even though the university denied my request to switch departments, I was able to build my flexibility and adaptability muscles. However, I was a little delayed with using those muscles on my entrepreneurial journey because I didn't trust God enough when He gave me this idea back in 2020 while I was in Singapore trying to get back home. And we all remember what took place in 2020. Because one way didn't work, I threw the whole idea away instead of adapting to a different market or being flexible in my offers and etc. I don't want that to happen to you. So that's why I'm even more focused on digging my heels into the new idea of what God gave me, being unmovable, but being flexible and adaptable based on how I deliver it. Now, this is how Ray Kroc responded to market changes. There were times when Ray Kroc had to adapt his strategy in response to market dynamics, such as the introduction of breakfast items and healthier options in response to consumer trends. The success was already in the burgers and fries, and he could have kept going this way, but why would he send his current customers away? I saw an article that talked about how the CEO of KFC and Taco Bell China grew those companies by spending hours a day watching what current customers were eating, not eating, and what they were asking for. They took that data and started creating items based on the market. They could have easily said we only do chicken and tacos, but they infused local cuisine into the American based menu because that's what the customers wanted. Now let's learn how to respond to market changes. The same goes for any other areas of your life. And so you have to learn how to embrace change as an opportunity. Ray Kroc viewed change not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth. This mindset can be crucial for today's entrepreneurs, encouraging them to see changes in their industries as avenues for innovation. I've learned that people like to say they want change more than they actually want to change. Then there are some who embrace the change but still haven't discovered the opportunity for growth. When I was working with a quote unquote famous high level person in the advice industry, I thought I was going to join their team by getting more clients for my business and gaining more exposure to different networks of people. None of those things happened, and I was eventually happy about the change, but I didn't embrace the opportunity of using everything I had learned and experienced to incorporate into my business. Now I see how to take the innovative approach to different things instead of seeing them as roadblocks. So I myself had to learn from setbacks. So let's talk about how adaptability involves learning from failures. Ray Kroc faced setbacks like the challenges of standardizing operations across different regions, but each setback informed future decisions and led to better strategies. You must learn how to expect, and I'm going to say that in all caps, expect things to fail so you will know the weak points and use the data to make your service, product, or whatever you're doing better. There are times when I consult with an AI company, and one goal is to make the models fail. When this happens, you learn where to bump up your strategy or firewalls. If you're unable to make the model fail, it most likely means that your task is too low level. This isn't always the case, but celebrations are slower when the model can't be stumped. You fail because you move something from idea to concept or from theory to something tangible. Believe it or not, most people won't even take the risk, so I will congratulate you on being able to do that. If you've been in a place where you've taken your idea to an actual concept or you've taken some kind of theoretical thing and made it tangible and you failed, you are still ahead of so many people. Don't wallow in your setback. Feedback requires you to fail because failure is feedback. Take it as a sign that you're capable of solving higher level problems or creating higher level products or services. Now we're talking about flexibility and leadership style. Ray Kroc's leadership style evolved as he faced new challenges. Effective leaders need to adjust their approaches based on the needs of their teams and the realities of the market. It's easy to be set in your ways or only stick to something that is currently working. However, if you're seeking higher ground in your life or business and even your career, there are times when you need to let go of what's working, experience setbacks, and learn a different or better way of doing things. As a leader, you are responsible for taking the risk, but also communicating with your team that your judgment to adjust to the market is sound. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room, but you need to learn how to lead those smart people in times of change and challenges. And in order to do that, you have to build a culture of adaptability. It's important to foster a culture of adaptability within a business and in any other area of your life. Ray Kroc encouraged his franchisees to be flexible in their approach while adhering to McDonald's core values. As business owners, it's your job to encourage your teams to embrace change, even if that means seeking external support. And that's where practical strategies for adaptability come in. Here are a few strategies for you to incorporate flexibility into your life and business models. This might include ongoing market research, soliciting feedback, and encouraging a growth mindset among employees, team members, and family and friends. There should be a set time for you to do R&D, which is research and development, so you will always be on the cutting edge of your industry, career, and life. So, as you know, we're not just talking about it, we're going to walk it out. So, here are your 3 action steps, and you can choose one or all of them. So, market research. Make a habit of revisiting customer preferences and market trends every quarter. Identify one new trend you could adapt into your business, and you can also do this in your life and your career. Number 2, pivot strategy. Develop a pivot strategy if your current business model stopped working and ask yourself, what new approaches would you take? Number 3, test new ideas. Run small experiments or A/B tests in your business to try out new ideas without fully committing. Measure the results and iterate the process. Let me know which step you're going to focus on with a start date and end date. And I trust that you've enjoyed this episode, which is part of Mastering the Entrepreneur Mindset Lessons from Ray Kroc series, where we discuss flexibility and adaptability, navigating change in business and in life. Stay tuned for our next and final episode of this series, where we will discuss integration and application. Remember that while we always want to win in life, it's important to learn how flexibility and adaptability can keep your business and other areas of your life relevant in an ever-changing environment. It is my hope that something I said provided value, challenged your thinking, or made you say, Let me know your thoughts and comments below so we can turn this monologue into a dialogue. As always, keep living life unscripted, which means stop following the path that others have laid out for you, and remember that you are a trailblazer. We need your unique spark to ignite a wildfire of genius that cannot be extinguished. So until next time.